Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Forgotten Horror Podcast. I'm David Dark. That handsome bastard right there is the A-Train Angry Ant. Angry Ant. Oh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Striker pose.
Striker pose, mate. And today we're doing the very family-friendly Cannibal Holocaust. Now, where in Jupiter's balls do we begin with this one?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Cannibal Holocaust, I'm fucking starving.
Really? Did you not have your crackers and cheese?
Later on I will. But that brings me into something. Anyone remember this? Will it be chips or jacket spuds? Will it be salad or frozen peas? Will it be mushrooms fried on your rings? We'll have to wait and see. Remember that one? We all pitch chips, it's chips. Okay, no. Never mind. That's been stuck in my head for weeks, that.
Really?
Fucking bird. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
What's this one
about? Now, you've... that's thrown me a little bit, that has now. I'm treating us to a bit of song, some karaoke, so... did I do the intro? I think I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, Cannibal fucking fried onion rings. I actually like onion rings. They're really nice.
I do.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Cheese and crackers later.
Oh, I think I'll join you. I think I'm going to join you. I'm going to see... The idea of this podcast, people, is to throw each other off our game, and he's done it to me. I did it to him on the Children of the Corn, and I cracked him up laughing with the information that we know, and he's just done it to me. I had no idea you're going to burst into song and give us a song. So, Cannibal Holocaust on this jolly, why not burst into song over Cannibal Holocaust?
Yeah.
Before we started recording, you said it weren't as bad, quite as controversial as I Spit on Your Grave. And then I reminded you that the director went to fucking court because to prove he hadn't killed the actor.
Killed any fucker. Yeah.
So a bit of a shitty stick thrown flung at this from all sides. I mean, Diodato got shit from everywhere. I mean, and today, like I Spit on Your Grave, this is still cut in the UK. This will never be uncut in the UK as I Spit on Your Grave. Now, this film, I can say my sister did not, like I Spit on Your Grave, my sister was against me watching it with them when they rented it back in the day. And everyone, oh, come on. He's watched The Burning. He's watched all the others. Come on, let's, he's watched them all. He's not going. This is going to be it's just cannibals. It's just eating. So how bad could it be? Well, it started off great. Before they got to the jungle, and it was probably the first found footage film of its type, isn't it? Because they're reviewing the footage, aren't they, in the office at the beginning? So you can class it as a found footage film, which was made really popular by the Blair Witch Project decades later.
Anyway.
But credit where credit's due. It broke a mold a little bit, but this really introduced the found footage theme, and it's the tale of what happened to this crew. Visiting the Amazon jungles, despite the warnings, they go deeper into the jungle, and the fact that there's some disturbing scenes, to say the least, in this is its reputation is a brutal one, and it is strong, and the live animal the real life animal killings really were
No need for it though, really, just for entertainment purposes. But,
It was just gracious, wasn't it? It was just purely for shock value. I personally, and I think all the cannibal films, bar Apocalypse, has animal. I know Ferox has some animal killings in it as well.
I can't remember if Cannibal Terror does or not. I can't remember.
That film was trying to outdo this one, but this is the master. This is the granddaddy of the cannibal films. This is the one that the shit the fan with. But the live animal killings, I mean, the giant turtle, and then fuck me, it was never going to get past the censors in the UK.
The little monkey.
It was I mean, I think what they left of that monkey ended up in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on the dying scene.
He wasn't on his magic fucking cloud, was he? Oh, Pixie!
No, he was not a. I was going to say John Carpenter, David Lopan, wasn't it, on his cloud, flying off. No, I mean this film pulls no punches. I think what heightens it is the soundtrack as well. You know, that really down. It's like a 70s like. Oh, I know some sick people have bought the soundtrack and they have it on in the cars driving to school, taking the kids to school, listening to the Cannibal Holocaust soundtrack. You know what I mean? They, what the fuck? You know, I listened to some stuff, but I mean it was just a nightmare, wasn't it? Just a nightmare. I can't figure out though where it all went to shit. 1 minute they were getting along with the cannibals, one thing they were getting along with the tribe, and the next thing they were like fish food for them all.
Fuck it, we've had enough. We've entertained you for long enough.
You're the main course. You're starters, main, and dessert.
Considering the type of film it is, it's well put together.
Oh,
especially considering its age.
It's really nicely shot. It's got a great location. It's really nicely shot. I mean, it is a stunning visual film. But man, I remember showing it to my next door neighbour, who was a teenage lad, and I had a copy of it on my old laptop. And he was going on because he was getting into horror and that. And I said, "Oh, you saw fuck all till you've seen this thing." And I put it on, and he was I traumatized him. You know what I mean? He was sat there like couldn't believe what he was watching, and it became his favorite film. And he went to university and did thesis on it. You know what I mean? And he wants to become a filmmaker.
I thought he was going to say he went to university and started eating people. Then.
Well, I think he's doing that in his private. But he says to me, "Well, thank you for giving me a start." So there you go.
Cool.
Cannibal Holocaust didn't make him want to eat people. I created a horror fan, and he's gone off to uni and done degrees and that, and he's becoming a filmmaker. All because I showed him Cannibal Holocaust back in the day, a few years ago. Well, quite a while ago now, but so there you have it, and rightly so, banned outright. As soon as the video Nasty's listed, this was way on number one, on the section number one, and rightly so, because I don't like censorship with any film, but I understood fully with I Spit on Your Grave, Last House, and this. You know, some of them on the list it was just crazy that it was even on the list because they were really watered down. This thing doesn't pull no fucking punches. There's a lot, and anybody watching this, if they've not seen Cannibal Holocaust, well, we're not going to ruin it for you. It's Sunday viewing, it's light entertainment's viewing, isn't it, Hans? It certainly does.
Family round, be all right. Get a Sunday roast going, all family round.
Well, back in the day, I think I saw more pirate videos on the flea market of this than any other film, Cannibal Holocaust, because at that time everybody believed that these films was never going to see the light of day again. Cannibal Holocaust was never ever going to be released. I mean, the people were jailed and fined, and the director was in course and arrested. because it was so realistic. It was such a powerful film. And I mean, once you watch it, I mean, you never forget it. There's a lot of people say, "Oh, I've not watched it. I can't remember it." Well, I'm sorry, but this is a film. Once you watch it, you can't unsee it. You cannot unsee it. It's one of those. There's a handful of films that once you watch them, you only have to see them once, and you'll never forget them. And this is certainly one of them. So we're going to run through. We're going to show you what we've got in our collections. This is probably one of my prize jewels of my collection. Is the original UK?
Oh, I thought you would have saved that till last.
No, I've got to go through in order because I can't go backwards. I have to go in order. But this one, this is like this is the one. This is the one. I mean, and along with I Spit on Your Grave and the Bogeyman, this came in a black bag from my sister's boyfriend. He'd stolen it, and not took it back to the video shop. Like I said on the other previous episodes, this was in a black plastic bag with Bogeyman and I Spit, all three of them on the nasty list. Police were raiding people's houses. The video shop was being raided, so he didn't want to be seen dead with this. You know what I mean? So this was shoved in a black bag, and I hid it in my mum and dad's attic when I was 10 years old. And I remember, this is in pretty damn good condition as well. Still got the. There we go.
Cool.
And it's in good nick. Look at the spools, mate. It's in really good nick. I think it might have had another sticker on there with the going. I think they released them, but it's obviously got pulled off in the time. But it's security tabs and they're on. Yeah, there it is. That is a. This tape is probably one of the most rarest tapes, and to be honest, you probably pay quite a bit of money for that now. You're not going to find that on eBay or in a charity shop for money. You're not going to pay cheap money for this now because VHS seems to have a bit of resurgence recently, especially the pre-certs, and they're going for stupid money. I couldn't afford to buy my collection.
Everyone's trying to jump on the VHS now, aren't they? Whereas I just buy certain ones. Yeah.
Yeah, this is going. What's that, mate?
What's the back like? Show us the back. Cool.
I'm just going to knock my microphone out of the way.
Did that get released with two separate covers or different box? Can you remember?
I only remember this cover from my video shop, but we were only a little town, and this cover was one that Nightmares were made of. They did there is other covers to it, but I think that might have been from maybe different countries or from when they started supplying it on DVD. I don't believe they released another VHS. I don't think they released a sell-through version of it. I could be wrong.
No, I don't. It wasn't going to sell through.
This was never ever going to get put in Woolworths, is it? You're not going to go to Woolies and buy this.
Next to your Jason Donovan album.
What have you bought? What have you bought today, love? Oh, I've bought this, Mum. Cannibal Bloody Holocaust. Eaten Alive, the ultimate terror movie. And it really is. It's one that separates the men from the boys. It's certainly right there. Now, Certificate X. Now, this is the original cinema version. All the pre-certs that we've got, or I've got, on the VHSs are the what they use for the cinema, the original cinema prints. The majority of them are cut, trimmed for what cinema would have done. They didn't go, but the videos didn't go through the BBFC. That's what the whole debauchery was about the Video Nasties Act. So some of the VHS did get released uncut because they bypassed the censors and they were released without a certificate. This is I believe this is trimmed. I don't think it's uncut, even for this one. But if we wanted to go uncut, I went to France when DVDs come out. I couldn't believe it was released. I thought, my God, there it is. Let me watch this baby one more time, because obviously I've got no video player, and that was still in my dad's loft for 40 years. You know what I mean? So I hadn't found it back then, and so I went to France and bought the Ultimate Edition, 2 DVDs, and this has got the bonus features, and it's got the 2 versions. It's got the uncut, and it's got the edited version without the animal killings and that in it. So that was from France. I paid about £10 for it, so it wasn't bad from Amazon France. And then the German one. This was a German holographic steelbook from XT. They released some amazing steelbooks in the day. These, again, 2 disc collector's edition, the uncut version and the cut version, and it's got like a holographic cover. 2 discs, lovely steelbook, limited edition. That came out in 2007. It's not a film I watch a lot because, like you say, it's a rough watch. But, you know, if you want to test yourself, if anybody wants to test themselves with a film, this would be it, wouldn't it? Test your limits.
I mean, like I said, the thing that I disagree with is that they shouldn't have killed the animals, really.
Yeah.
They just done it for the fucking entertainment reason, for purposes.
Yeah.
But saying that, on Friday the 13th, they actually killed a snake on that.
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
Yeah, but people seem to sort of skip that. But we're not talking about that. But yeah, it's just. I mean, I watched it again the other day. I got the Blu-ray of it. I think yesterday, day before, whenever it was. So yeah, it's got 2 versions of it. It's the director's re-edit,
right,
and then the standard one, I think. So basically, you get to. I might as well tell people what happens. A monkey gets his, I suppose you could say, his face cut off. The monkey, yeah. Just in case people are going to watch it, and so they're not. And then a turtle gets basically fucking mutilated, gets its head cut off, and that.
The pigs as well, isn't there?
I don't remember the pig part.
I think there's pigs killed as well.
So yeah, if you're really against animal thing, I suggest not to watch it. There's not loads of stuff in it, but yeah. Even the director or producer on this, he actually says, I think he says something like, if he made it now, he wouldn't have put that in. If you're not, he wouldn't have filmed any of that. But it's too fucking late now, isn't it?
I'll tell you what. I think after watching it, I don't think he'd dare make any of it again, because it was dragged into court and arrested, and they had to prove they got the actors to prove he hadn't killed them. So he did a bloody good job.
Oh yeah, it's double-sided.
The bit. Is that uncut? Is that an uncut version?
I don't think it says it's uncut. There's 2 versions of it. It says the first time ever director's new edit, which is without, because it pans off. He cuts the bit where he kills the animals, and then on the other version on this, it actually shows the animals being killed. So,
but there's the scene with the where the woman's assaulted with the looks like
I don't remember.
the rock. One of the cannibals is getting one of the women and he's sticking stuff up her, isn't he?
That's in it.
Yeah,
That's in it.
I mean,
it shows that.
There is some moments in it where you go, oh, for fuck's sake. You know?
The thing is, it kind of, because it's good. It's going to sound like other YouTubers now when they start talking about the picture, but the picture's really good. But it kind of takes away the rawness of it.
Yeah, well, the DVD. I know the VHS and I know the DVDs. These are still quite gritty.
Right.
Still quite great. It's been cleaned up a little bit, but not a lot. Where you think that's like 4K or that's HD.
Well, I was just going to say they've released it on 4K now, haven't they?
Have they?
Fucking cash, you know what? I'm not going to buy it.
No.
But I know there's a few people that will.
There'll be a few people buying it on 4K just because
it's still okay. Yeah.
It'll be probably uncut as well. Because 4K, you'll have the full uncut print in 4K, won't you?
I do what there's another film called House at the Edge of the Park that's been brought out on 4K as well, which I wouldn't mind picking up, but they want 25 quid for it, and it's not the fact that it's on 4K that I want it; it's the fact that it never got released on Blu-ray over here.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. I've got the DVD of it, but I won't mind the Blu-ray of it. But I'm not paying 25 quid for something that I like, but I can't justify paying that money for a fucking 4K.
No, I mean, if people are collecting 4Ks, fair enough. But why would anybody want to see Cannibal Holocaust in 4K?
You don't need to. Like we said on other videos, it's not been filmed in that, so why bother buying it in that? If it had came out with a nice booklet and this, that, and the other, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre's out next month. That's 4K, which I've pre-ordered. But I want the book more than the actual film, the book that comes with it. Well, that's going to be one of them. I know we're going off on one here, but that's going to be one of them. If I don't buy it, I won't get it. It'll be like fucking 80 quid or something like that. It'll be one of them. So I'll have to pick it up. But anyway, back to this. I'm happy with that. I can't remember when I first seen it. I don't think I did, but for some reason I remember watching it in school, but I don't think I did.
In school?
It was one of them where...
No, kids, we've got this today.
I vaguely remembered watching, not in school, I meant like, I was in school type thing, but I don't think I did.
Today, if we were going to learn about the Amazon rainforest and the cannibals.
Unless the mate got his granddad to copy off the video and he brought it in to borrow, because his granddad, he used to go to his granddad's, and because he lived across the road from the school. The mate Steve, won't say his full name, I don't see him anymore anyway, but our granddad used to live across the road from our high school, and he used to go over at dinner time. His granddad used to get tapes and, like double videoed them over, and he'd bring them in. That's the
good old days.
So I've got a feeling it might, if it's not that, then I haven't got a clue, because that wasn't the first time I've watched it, and I'm assuming if I have watched it, it's probably the cut version anyway. But, I don't remember what I watched it on. I'm sure it was video, unless I'm thinking of a different film.
Yeah,
it wasn't original. It was a copy. If it was,
I started to watch that, but I watched a pirate where it was a pirate video which was uncut. Because like back in the day, like you say, I saw more pirate versions of Cannibal Holocaust than anything, and they were all from different prints, different versions of it. I actually sat down and watched a pirate version. I think one of my dad's mates picked it up and said, "Hey, try that one." And my dad was never into horror. So anyway, I put it on, grabbed it and put it on, and my sister said, "What you watching?" I said, "Oh, it's that Cannibal Holocaust." And she went, "Oh no, you won't like that." Anyway, she ended up watching me. She was, "Oh my God." You know, when you saw the animal killings and the it was like years later again when I saw it on DVD when I bought it. I watched it, and then I truly took in the true horror of what it is. You know what I mean? It's a powerful film, and its reputation again precedes it. People nowadays who review it. I've seen a few people reviewing it in the video nasties sort of reviews, and they play it down a little bit, but it is pretty horrendous. It is a horrendous. It is a strong. No one can pass it off as nothing.
Because they did. There was a film called Green Inferno, and I think, I don't know if in some countries they call Cannibal Holocaust 2.
Yeah.
I think, or something. So it had like two titles.
Yeah, we watched that Green Inferno. Jilly actually enjoyed it. She's never seen Cannibal Holocaust, and I was like, "No, I don't. You wouldn't enjoy it." But she enjoyed Green Inferno.
Mm.
You know, so who knows? But this one's too much, I think.
There was a lot of imitations as well. Got Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Terror, fucking
Cannibal Apocalypse was also one.
Yeah.
That's actually John Saxon in that thing. I don't know what he thought he was signing up for. I know he thought he was signing up for a war film. So John Saxon thought he was signing up for a war film, and he ended up being one of the cannibals. So he refused to. He refused to accept that he was in a cannibal film. Apparently, there was a big thing about it. His agent I think he fired his agent or something. Never ever put me in one of them films again.
The first film I watched him in, bloody Enter the Dragon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was the first film I watched him in.
Yeah, he's been. But saying that, he's been in a few video nasties. He's in Tenebrae. He was in a few of them. You watch John Saxon was probably as
anything from him.
Christopher George. He was another one. Mia's distracting now, but she's too late. She's come at the end of this film, this podcast.
No, I heard Hannibal.
Cannibal, not Hannibal. Cannibal.
Yeah, but come on, if you're saying
Hannibal Lecter is not Cannibal Holocaust, sweetheart. It's a bit. It's a little bit different. That thing you don't want to watch. That thing. Terrifier 2. Yeah, she's watched Terrifier 2. You've not seen Cannibal Holocaust, love. When you're a little bit older, I will let you watch that. No, sweetheart, because it'll upset you because there's real killings in it. So it doesn't work.
I've watched Ted Bundy, Charles Manson,
No. Right, Anthony, final thoughts on Cannibal Holocaust?
I thought he was doing.
Don't know what to say. Like I said,
please.
Probably no, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. If you really, what the word is, offended, I suppose, probably the easiest way to say. I wouldn't watch it. If you're not too bothered, I'd say I'd watch it, even if it's just to say I've seen it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, not much else I can say about that. I wouldn't let kids watch it.
No, it's very strong, isn't it? There's no way. It's one of them. It just ends on a silent point, doesn't it? So, and on that bombshell, people, this has been the Master Macabre. If you enjoy our podcast, please consider subscribing. And if you want to see more madness, we'll be back again soon. So, from me and the A Train, we'll see you next time. Cheers.